What if you drafted Supergirl because everyone agreed it was a good pick, and then halfway through the summer, you realize your fake movie studio might need some fake government bailout? Well, today we're checking in on our fantasy movie draft, and the box office has gone completely sideways. Backrooms looks like a genius pick. Mortal Kombat 2 has some explaining to do. Masters of the Universe is doing exactly what Charlie hoped it would do as a bomb pick. And Charlie is already over $1 billion before the Odyssey has even come out. So basically, we built our own movie studios using fantasyboxofficegame.com. Not sponsored, just like what they're doing. We draft movies. They cost us their production budget, and they have to make 2.5 times that budget before we actually start making money. So tonight, we're going to look back on our summer picks, explain why we picked them, check the actual standings, and then talk about what the heck is going on in Hollywood when some of the biggest, safest looking movies are not performing like we thought they would. I'm Brody. That's Tudong Dylan. That's Charlie. And this is Talk Punch. So, quick refresher. You can see in the side there, we have our picks. So, the stars are our tentpole movies. Those are the ones that we drafted at the start of the year. We could pick from any season, and those are the ones we thought would do the best. Snowflakes were the winter picks. You can check previous episodes for that. Suns are summer picks. Bombs are movies we predict would fail, and if they lose money, that loss gets split between the other players. The little box with the arrow is a backup pick, which only matters if one of our movies gets moved out of the season, which actually happened to Dylan. Mm-hmm. So, yes, we are doing movie analysis, fake studio counting, and occasionally rooting for children's movies to fail for math reasons.
What?
Tonight, we're asking who drafted smart, who drafted scared, who drafted on vibes, and who owes Christopher Nolan an apology. Let's get to the picks. All right, so as you can see, these are the picks. So we have, this is our whole year so far, though. But let me just go like that. And now we can see what we drafted that's coming out in the summer. So let's start out with Charlie. Charlie, for his tentpole movie, grabbed Toy Story 5, which I think is a very safe pick. He also grabbed Minions and Monsters, The Odyssey. The Odyssey, I believe, Charlie, that was your final pick because everybody else passed.
It wasn't final. It was fine. It
wasn't final?
No, I went third, and you guys had already picked movies before I got that chance. And I picked that and Minions together.
Yeah, Odyssey,
because you went
really
Devil Wears Prada
with that one. Really struggle with that one. Charlie also got Insidious, Out of the Further.
Yeah.
Paw Patrol the Dino movie. Ice Cream Man, and Charlie for his bomb picked Masters of the Universe, which I laughed at him at because I was convinced this movie's going to do amazing because I was so excited for it. For my summer, I picked The Devil Wears Prada as my first pick. I picked Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, or just did it drop the Woman of Tomorrow, or is it just Supergirl now? I can't remember. I picked Backrooms, much to the chagrin of Charlie, who really wanted that. Mad. I got Coyote versus Acme. I got Evil Dead Burn. And for my bomb pick, they did. Okay. For my bomb pick, I picked the live action Moana, which is supposed to be coming out soon. I don't remember when this episode is coming out. It may have already been out, so we'll see.
So you already know
Dylan
it's a
for his
summer.
Juggernaut. Dylan for his summer tentpole picked Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Yep.
Which has not come out yet.
Yeah.
He picked Mortal Kombat 2 because he believes in Carl Urban.
That's exactly right.
He picked Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour live in 3D. Directed
Has that come
by
out
James
already?
Cameron. Oh, yeah. Yep. He also picked Scary Movie 6. He picked Jackass Best and Last.
Scary Movie was good.
He picked, so Dylan actually picked Fall 2. And he had The Sheep Detectives as his backup pick. Fall 2 got moved into the fall. And so Sheep Detective moved up into his slate. And then he picked The Death of Robin Hood as his new backup. And then Dylan picked Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu as his bomb pick.
And it did. Right?
Well, let's get into it. Let's look at the numbers. Okay. Well, before we get into that, was there anything that you guys wanted to talk about for your picks? Was there anything that you were like, this is the one, this one's going to make money. I feel confident in this one.
So look, we have to draft these pretty far in advance. And so like a movie glaringly missing from all of our lists is Obsession, which is just making an ungodly amount of money and would have been all profit because it was like $1 million budget or whatever. It would have looked fantastic in any of our studios. And we absolutely swung and missed on that. But at the time we were drafting, there was like, no buzz, really no information. So we missed it. So that is good. I will say also the Ice Cream Man, not based on the graphic novel Ice Cream Man, which I may or may not have thought that it was when I picked it. So we'll see how that turns out. Really excited that I saw a trailer for Paw Patrol the Dino movie in Toy Story 5, and it looks as peak cinema. That is absolute cinema, as the kids would say. Make sure you go see Paw Patrol.
Charlie, you claimed when we were drafting these that the Paw Patrol movie was going to dominate August.
It's going to dominate August.
Those were your words.
You tease me, but do you know how much the last Paw Patrol movie made worldwide?
I mean, the first one did well. How many have there even been since then? I don't even know.
So, what are you curious about? Paw Patrol, the movie from 2001? How about that? Is that reason enough? That made 144 million worldwide. Paw Patrol, the movie.
Not 2001.
2021. 2021. Listen up, bro.
You said 2001.
I rewind that tape. I said 2021. I dropped the two.
All right.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at the financials. So starting out here, we've got Tudong Dylan. Tudong Pictures is your studio.
That's right. Stand by it twice.
So you currently have a score of negative $170 million. You had a good winter. You had Scream 7, you had The Mummy, you had Ready or Not. Those all made some money. Scary Movie 6 made $135 million. Unfortunately, Mortal Kombat 2, negative 70. Which, I'll be honest, I was going to draft because I was like, that movie looks great. I think it's going to do well. Didn't, for some reason. Billie Eilish,
only one that
negative...
did worse is Dracula, which I forgot that I drafted and actually came out. How did Billie Eilish just lose 24 million? What, Billie Eilish, what are you doing?
I know, even directed by James Cameron. I think I was looking up some quotes here. Dylan said this was a weird but understandable pick because it can be low risk if the budget is controlled and there is a built-in fan base. So I mentioned that it was directed by James Cameron, and then Dylan, I think I talked Dylan into it.
Yeah, you did.
Accidentally. I'm sorry, Dylan. I didn't mean to. I just was explaining it. So Billie Eilish lost you $24.2 million. Jackass, which just came out, so it could still make money. It's currently at -8. The Sheep Detectives, which was your alternate, that is already streaming.
No. The Death of Robin Hood was my alternate.
Well, The Sheep Detectives was your first alternate.
Two
because
alternates?
You had Fall 2.
Yeah, no. Because your alternate got used, you had to pick a new alternate to replace the alternate.
Yeah, so Fall 2 moved.
Was my alternate.
So then Sheep Detective jumped in and you had to pick a new alternate, which was Death of Robin Hood. But The Sheep Detectives lost you $58.8 million.
Which is that looks like a good movie. I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah.
It got good reviews.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, man, it made good money. People liked it.
It did not make.
Maybe it'll be one of those streaming hits.
The Sheep Detective. It made over $120 million. That's good. I mean, we're playing on these harsh 2.5 times budget things.
I know.
It's tricky,
but Dylan's bomb
bad.
pick with Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu. Dylan said it's going to lose money, and it lost $72.6 million, which means Charlie and I have to split that. So
Good.
we each lose
Good.
36,
36.3 or something like that. Yeah.
So you correctly got the bomb pick, Dylan. But yeah. Now Spider-Man is still coming out. You still have that. I think that's going to do really well.
It's going to do pretty well. It's going to
But that's all your movies for the summer, man. You picked early summer movies. So you're almost done.
Once you get into August, it starts to look a little fishy.
August is a little
And
thin
of course,
this year. And probably every year.
All right, moving on
let's
to me. Now I guess, in second place, but it's not like I'm doing well.
It's not like you're doing well. I'm 170 million in the hole, but you're not doing well.
And I'm $140 million up, but
that's a big
not like I'm
difference
doing well.
from negative 170.
Okay, well, you'll
He's
get
like,
the
I
context.
guess I'm in second place.
You'll get the context in just a moment. Okay, so for me, I had The Devil Wears Prada as my first pick, and it made me $438 million. It's very proud of that. Supergirl just came out, but is already like way underperforming.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's like
I'm
75%
currently
of
at
its
negative $325 million.
That one hurts. That one hurts.
I think it's still going to go like down. I think I'm still going to make some money. I don't think it I'm not done at negative 325, but no. I can't imagine it's going to make a profit at this point. And then Backrooms, with a $10 million budget, I made $324.8 million with that. So I was very pleased with that. I also have Wile E. Coyote, or just Coyote versus Acme. That is coming out. I'm not sure when. And then Evil Dead Burn, I think, is coming out in like a week, but I've seen nothing about that. I have no idea what's happening there.
It's crazy that you don't have there's no budget for that. It is coming up soon. So I don't know what's going on there.
So we'll see. A budget may not be listed till it comes out. I don't know.
That's fair. Acme Coyote comes out, by the way, like right at the end of August, so August 28th.
Okay. I watched a trailer for that, and it actually looked pretty funny. I loved Looney Tunes growing up. I especially loved Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. So I think that could be a fun one. Will it make $175 million?
Evil Dead Burn comes out in like 4 days from when we're recording this. It comes out on the 10th. So where's the budget? What are we doing? The budget's going to be $250 million is going to be the budget.
Don't say that, man.
It's going to be like Michael. Which thankfully it kept making money, but that budget was shocking when it dropped. Are you kidding me,
dude? And I want to talk a little bit about Michael here when we get to you. But for my bomb pick, I have Moana, live action Moana, that's also has no budget listed, and it's coming out really soon.
Budget listed.
Everything that I've seen, I don't like what I see. So I'm still hoping that's going to bomb really bad.
Let's just hope that it performs on par with the live action Lilo and Stitch,
which was bad, right?
Just made about $1.038 billion worldwide. If it does right about that, I think we'll all be happy. The live action Lilo and Stitch made $1.038 billion. Yeah.
You kidding me?
So hopefully just like right about there, and then I think we'll all be happy.
No.
If it hits that.
No, it's going to bomb. And then my tentpole, I have Avengers Doomsday, which isn't till December, so I get nothing. I have to make $1 billion with Doomsday.
Well, there's a little asterisk next to that budget. We'll see if that adjusts. Maybe it'll go up.
We'll see. And then my alternate End of Oak Street. I guess if Coyote versus Acme gets pushed, then End of Oak Street would jump in. So yeah, we'll see. But we are. I'm at 140. So Dylan, So
Brody.
this is why I'm saying I am just barely in second. I'm in second technically. Because Charlie is at $1.24 billion.
We're having a good year, boys.
So when I say, yes, technically I'm in second place with $140 million.
No, you are absolutely, not just technically, you are severely in second place.
It's not like I'm doing well,
is
man.
so much better. You're
It's not
doing
like
better
I've got-
than 170 million negative.
You
That's
still
really
have
well.
Spider-Man. You still have Spider-Man.
You still have
What I'm
Doomsday.
saying, Dylan, you and me are like so far away from Charlie. Charlie is just sitting
Yeah.
on this giant pile of fake money right now, just laughing at us, while you and me are just like down at the bottom, hoping that anything makes money.
I'm really sad that
he's-
20. I knew it when I picked it. 28 years later, I was a heart pick and not a head pick.
It was a heart pick.
I regretted it almost instantly, and then they didn't. Yeah, they yanked it too soon. It is a good movie though. It's on Netflix. You guys should watch the new 28 years later. They're good. Watch them. Minions
All
and
right, so
Monsters.
let's go through Charlie.
It's gonna come. It's gonna get legs.
So Charlie drafted Toy Story 5 as his tentpole movie. And so it just came out, already over $140 million. It's going to keep going. It's going to make so much money. Minions and Monsters. So just came out as well, not doing as well as previous Minions movies.
True.
But
It's a crowded July. My goodness.
But I think it's still going to make money.
Yeah, it was a much lower budget than I thought. 85 million for that. I mean, it's going to make something, even if it's like Hopper's money. I think it'll hit positive.
Sure. Charlie got the Odyssey, which I am kicking myself. I am kicking myself so hard. I don't know what I was thinking. I was so scared of this $625 million that it needed to hit. And I'm like, of course it's going to hit $625 million. I think I was so burned by The Bride and losing so much money in the winter that I
don't know
just
how you
freaked
didn't
out,
see that coming.
and I didn't do it. So Charlie's got the Odyssey, and that's just gonna. Charlie's already at 124 billion and still has the Odyssey to come out. It's unbelievable. Charlie also has Insidious, Paw Patrol, and Ice Cream Man have not come out. We don't have a budget listed yet, so those are still kind of unknown.
Yeah, hopefully they don't tank it out of the bottom end there. But
Charlie had Disclosure Day as his alternate, but he didn't have anything get pushed. But it did
hopefully
-71.
Hopefully nothing gets pushed.
And
Come on, Ice Cream Man.
And Charlie, for his bomb pick that I laughed at, I said, "You are so wrong, Charlie. Masters of the Universe is going to make money." I said, it looks so good. It looks so fun. I saw it in theaters and I loved it. I'm like, this is going to make money. This is going to do so well.
It did seem that way.
It's currently at -$387.8 million. Is it the biggest bomb so far?
It is okay. Well, this. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of the other movies that we didn't pick? Because I couldn't believe this when I looked it up. What do you guys think has? So this is by our standards the 2.5. This is the biggest bomb of the year. But there was a movie with $150 million budget that made $700,000.
What movie was this?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was looking at the calendar to date. So the movie is Desert Warrior. The Anthony Mackie Saudi Arabia backed
okay.
film. It is grossed $704,280 on a $150 million budget.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Making it one of the biggest bombs of all time. Now, it didn't have a big enough budget to be a bigger technical bomb in this game that we're playing, but real life, I mean, He-Man made over 100 million at least worldwide. Who knows? Maybe there'll be some. I mean, this was released earlier this year, so it's not like it's like out now. But maybe they'll release it overseas some more. Maybe it'll scrape a few. But like Pluto Nash made like $7 million out of like $100 million budget. I mean, there's been some bombs, but this is like tracking to be one of, if not the biggest bomb of all time. So
that's wild. I hadn't heard about that. I don't even know what that movie is.
I've heard of that.
It's got your boy Ben Kingsley in it. It was like I was just fascinated, so I started reading about it. But like it was just marred by like production stuff and like, you know, really like just like just a lot of negativity swirling around it. Yeah. And so I mean, like, good. You know, like we don't need we didn't need it to do well. It's good. It's good. But yeah, that was crazy. $700,000. It averaged like for however many screens, it averaged like $485 a screen everywhere it was released total. I mean, just like,
and that's in today's prices. So that's today's like 5 tickets.
It's
five tickets per theater.
It's like for a family. Man, it was so freaking. I went to Toy Story 5. It was so expensive. The theater experience is terrible. 30 minutes of preview, 7 previews, and 3 commercials, and then 4 back-to-back AMC ads. Every AMC ad, I groaned, and it got louder and louder. And after 3 AMC ads, out trots Nicole Kidman, and the whole theater had to hear me go, ah! I had a hat on. I kept pulling it lower and lower, and finally at that start the movie, and then the Disney logo comes up, and I'm like, oh, good, they're going to start the movie. And then the little Pixar lamp comes out, and I'm like, I can't, we got here at 12:50. It's 1:30. The movie's supposed to start at 1.
My gosh.
These are kids. It's Toy Story 5. Start the damn movie. But it was really good. Movie was good. But that was the first movie in the theaters I've been to since The Rise of Skywalker. So there were not commercials in the trailers back way back in Rise of Skywalker. In my day, we didn't have commercials mixed in with the trailers. I didn't have Jennifer Aniston trying to sell me Smart Water, or the Mayhem guy trying to sell me car insurance from Allstate mixed in with my trailers. My goodness.
The Mayhem, is he Allstate? Yeah, I think he is Allstate. Anyways, so yeah, okay. So Masters of the Universe. Can I just tell you guys how sad I am that this movie did so poorly?
It's a safe space, bro. You may tell us.
It's just us. It's not like there's anybody else listening.
Just us.
I loved the trailers. I was so excited to see this movie. I took my kids to see this movie. I loved the movie. I thought it was super funny. I really enjoyed it. I got out. My whole group was like, man, that was so much fun. And it just hasn't connected. I don't get it. I don't know if the budget was too big. I don't know. What do you guys think happened with Masters of the Universe?
I think the reason I picked it, because I knew it was going to have a bloated budget, summer blockbuster, and it was also just like a weird niche, because who are you marketing this to? So all right, for movies, I made a quick little checklist for our conversation. Things that would contribute to a movie being successful. Is it good? Can I take my family? Can I take a date? Can I take a group of friends?
Yep.
Is it like cultural, like buzzy, like like the Barbenheimer, or like when all the kids went to go see Minions in a suit? Is there like some kind of cultural buzz that people want to go see?
Or the Minecraft movie.
The Minecraft, or the chicken jockey. Has it made it into the cultural zeitgeist? Is it a spectacle? The timing and the competition, the marketing and the rollout, these are all things that kind of contribute. He-Man is just like a weird 80s niche, and it's really like the people you're really nostalgic for are people our age. And people our age have kids, and unless you loved He-Man enough to like pass that along to your kids, you're probably not like trotting out your whole family to spend $60 to $80 to go see He-Man. It's just, I have no like nostalgia for the He-Man property whatsoever. So like it was never on my radar. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this. It's just like it's a harkened, like even just like old, like the sweaty, muscular, loinclothian Beastmaster Conan the Barbarian, like Schwarzenegger and Stallone in their like
Yeah.
steroid-induced movie battle to be the strongest, most muscliest, most loinclothian hero.
Which I loved.
It's great. It's not, and none of those things that I'm saying are make the movie bad. It just gives it like a narrow funnel to fit in. And even if it's good, and even if it absolutely hits the demographic that it's shooting for, that they enjoy it, like it did with you, that's just a small lane. It's not. It doesn't. How could it break through? Like, what's the breakthrough for that?
But I figured, because a lot of the buzz coming out was how funny it was, and people were talking about, oh, this is such a funny movie, and it was really funny. And so I was then thinking, okay, this thing's going to have legs. It's going to be the buzz. It's going to come out. It's going to have kind of a soft opening, and that's fine. But then like the word of mouth, the buzz, I mean, something like Deadpool, that comes in and is a funny movie that people enjoy going because they enjoy just kind of this goofy and laughing along and things like that. But it didn't have any of that. It didn't have legs. It just dropped off. Like it had a soft opening and then never went anywhere.
Yeah, and it got, and part of it got swallowed a little bit by like Obsession and Backrooms, which I think
right.
are both like
totally.
Just,
it's true.
They're both like examples of like that, like they hit that whatever that electricity, that cultural electricity that comes, that they had it. And those are both movies that like young people would be excited to see, take a date on, and that people our age would be excited to go see. I just feel like He-Man kind of, what it reminds me of? It reminded me of like the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, which was a fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Like kind of like old nostalgia property that like by all accounts a good movie that people liked and just didn't connect to the box office. And that's kind of where I thought, I didn't think it would be, honestly, I didn't think it would be this bad. This is kind of a brutal. I mean, like it did better in real life than in our game. In our game, that's a rough
Sure. Yeah, it was tough. And it generally made me sad because I enjoyed it so much. Like, honestly, I'm like, okay, so I've seen 2 movies so far this year that I've really liked. I really liked Project Hail Mary and I really liked He-Man. And I'm like, man, and I'm not sure which one I liked more. Maybe Project Hail Mary just because it was really good. But like I had so much fun in He-Man that I'm really bummed. And I'm hoping that it just comes to streaming really, really quick. Right? Like
it'll be big on streaming. I think that and Disclosure Day, movies like that just don't find legs at the box office. Those are going to be like the, Netflix top 10. It'll be like number 1 movie of the, or Prime or wherever they land. It'll be number 1. That just it's hard to break through.
It's going to be on Amazon Prime because it's an MGM. So
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it'll be like their number 1 movie for sure. Star Wars Grogu was out at the same time as well. It just, I don't know. Who can say? Disclosure Day was June 12th. It's end of school. People are on vacation. I don't know. It's tough, man.
True.
So here's kind of the graph. I know this isn't as interesting. Not everybody likes graphs. I love graphs though. But you can see Charlie way up top there. I'm barely scraping by. Dylan. I think Dylan. I think with Spider-Man, you're going to do well.
Yes.
You're not going to beat Charlie, but neither one of us will beat Charlie. Mark my words.
I do have currently at this point 5 of the highest grossing films worldwide of the year to date in my studio.
Man, you got your Mario just like tore up, dude.
Mario's
$1 billion.
Good. Toy Story 5 is definitely going over $1 billion. I think Michael's going to get over $1 billion still. And I'm glad I didn't know the budget ahead of time because I picked it because I'm like, oh, he's such an international superstar. That's going to have a lot of like overseas legs. And then that 200 million budget dropped and it was like, what? But that's Spider-Man's budget. Like, but that's Spider-Man. Like, what are we doing?
It was so funny talking about Michael. And I think we talked because it was like later in spring or winter, whenever that season was. And when it came out, I don't even think we talked about it. Like when we did the draft, I think it hadn't even come out yet.
Yeah.
But we had just discovered the budget, and you were like, how does this thing have $200 million? And you were convinced. You were like, this movie is going to destroy me. Michael needs to make $500 million. Dude, and then it just came out and like tore the place up. What
It
the
is. It's been, and it's just been sticking around, like just with the overseas stuff, because it's just still making money somehow, even though it came out in April. So it's just it's been on a journey here. So
it's almost made $1 billion.
Theaters.
It's almost like Michael, the biopic has almost made $1 billion.
It has made twice as much as any other musical biopic. The Queen one, I think, was the highest on record, and it's now doubled that, which is crazy. But Michael Jackson's like, you know, whatever you think of him, I mean, he's certainly, whether you view him as like a famous superstar or an infamous movie star, he's certainly like the movie. I'm saying movie star, musical star.
Sure.
Certainly bigger name cachet than. I mean, I love Queen, but
Charlie, Dylan, how many $1 billion+ movies is Charlie going to have? He's already got Mario. Michael's almost there. Toy Story could be there. Odyssey could be there. Paw Patrol could be there.
Paw Patrol's definitely going to get there. I'm so excited. I was trying to. The trailer came on during Toy Story 5, and I'm like, "Kids, doesn't that look awesome?" And they're like, "Yeah, no, Paw Patrol, come on."
So I guess I wanted to like. Oh, we're already at like 32 minutes. Was went longer. I did want to just talk about like these little movies, right? We had Obsession and Backrooms. Like Obsession had like a $1 million budget.
Yeah.
Backrooms had like a $10 million budget and went on to just rake in the cash. But then we had things like Mortal Kombat. We had Supergirl is not doing well. He-Man didn't do well. What do you think that says about just movies right now?
I think it says
Go ahead, Dylan. Go ahead.
No, go.
I'm not even in the screen anymore.
Go, Dylan.
Personally, I think one thing is that people are now going to theaters. For a long time, I've thought to myself, the entertainment industry is like, well, hey, what can we do to like make more money and get more people into the theaters and all this kind of stuff. The movie theaters were even trying to do that. And just all they were doing really is just raising prices, every single thing that they did. So people, sooner or later, it get to a point where like we're spending over $100 just to go and watch a movie and get things over there. And people are like, you know what? I'm going to now actually start like basically talking with their wallet. People would be like, oh, it was terrible, but it would make a lot of money. Like a movie would be terrible and make lots of money. And so nowadays, I mean, they start so many movies now and they don't even have a script finished with it. There's like,
that's the Marvel way.
They just take whatever it is and they throw it and then they're just like, whatever. They'll take whatever they want. Like any movie, like a lot of the movies that came out that did badly may have done a lot better because back then they weren't the high prices. So we were just like, yeah, we'll just go and watch. And now people are starting to like tell them with their wallet, hey, you know what? This is just terrible. I mean, we had so many movies bomb. Like, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, just it amazes me. And then they're like, hey, what? Yeah, you have Backrooms and Obsession. Yeah, then you have things that people actually were putting a lot of, putting everything into it. These folks, this is like the little movie that could right here. They don't have a high budget. They just have the talent, and so they go for it, and then people love it. I mean, go ahead.
Well, when they're good, when movies are good, it really helps. Mm-hmm. But it's not really. That doesn't mean or guarantee anything. It's just like there's a wave that happens where there's something like for instance, Disclosure Day. I'm sure that's a good movie. I'm sure it's a fine movie, but I haven't run into anyone and like no one has asked me if I've seen it. I don't feel like I've missed out on some cultural moment for having not seen it. People right now in America are watching the World Cup that have no interest in soccer. but like it's a cultural thing that's happening, and it's happening here so people are like into it. Let's put it on. Let's watch. I'm popping on soccer. I'm watching some soccer because it's happening. Same with when the Olympics happen. There's like an electricity. There's fewer and fewer of these like shared cultural moments. And so when a movie can be something that you're excited to like, oh, have you seen it? Especially something that can tap into younger viewers and older viewers, which I think both Obsession and Backrooms, whether you're like 17 or 16 or 18, or you're like 40 or 50 or whatever, like that's a movie you can see and be excited about and feel like you're kind of like in some kind of cultural moment. It's big online, on the social media stuff. So I mean, like all of that really plays a bigger role than maybe we want to admit. Where a movie like Supergirl or He-Man or whatever, or Masters of the Universe, excuse me, they may be good movies or whatever, but also wait till streaming. Like, there's no pressure for me to go out and spend that much money. I've got enough money to take my family to see 2 or 3 movies this summer. I need to make them count. And so, like, so in a crowded summer like this, people are picking and choosing the ones they want to see. The family movies are still king. Out of the top 10 movies so far this year, we've got, Mario Galaxy, Toy Story 5, and Hoppers are all PG. We got a bunch of PG-13s that, like Michael and Hail Mary, Devil Wears Prada 2. Mandalorian is actually, even though it was kind of a bomb, still in the top 10 so far this year. And then we have the 3 R's: Obsession, Backrooms, and Wuthering Heights. Which Wuthering Heights was around Valentine's Day where nothing else was out. And then we got the 2 horror movies. Like it's, like family movies are always going to be like king of the box office, but like it's young people dollars. So you gotta be able to get the young people there. Otherwise it's just, there's no legs.
Yeah. I was over at a friend's house, and his daughter and her fiance are big movie people. And they went and, they were telling me about Backrooms, and they were telling me about Obsession. I was like, oh, you guys going to go see Masters of the Universe? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh. But that's, they're mid-20s, and like, they're not gonna go see Masters of the Universe.
It feels like a dad movie, right? Like it feels like a dad movie.
It is a dad movie. It is.
Which is cool if you're a dad, but like, not a dad, but not like the cool hip movie that like all the, man, I can't wait to go to school tomorrow and tell my friends about Masters of the Universe. Yeah.
That's true though.
We'll see how August plays out. I'm really curious because for how, like, there's this year in the box office, it's pretty top heavy. And it kind of bottoms out pretty, like, maybe a little quicker than we would expect. I'm curious, like, as the year goes on, it's probably going to look a little bit more like 2025, 2023, or 24. 23, where like worldwide, 24. Worldwide, there was like 20 to 25 movies that made over 200 million, and then like 2023, it was like 40. And it was just like a really dense year all the way down. I think it's going to end up looking a little bit more like that. I think August looks really thin. Spider-Man's coming in July 31st. So that'll dominate August. September kind of looks thin, honestly. October, November, like there'll be some hits that come out of these months. But like, what are the movies we're really excited about that are still coming to the end of the year? I mean, Avengers for sure. Dune. The new Jumanji. Spider-Man. I don't know. That's all December. That's all end of the year, like very end of the year. So like this could be like a lean few months, which means movies like Spider-Man or a movie like Michael, if they're just going to let it sit in the theaters, can still just Toy Story 5. Like how long is Minions? That's why I'm optimistic. Minions can still have some legs heading into, because there's nothing really coming to replace it. Maybe Moana goes on a juggernaut run.
Oh, come on. Charlie, we don't want these live action Disney movies to do well.
I know. I hate them. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm conflicted.
Well, so this is the summer one. We have our fall draft that will be coming in. It starts in September. So sometime in August, we will actually do the draft. And that's going to be the end through the end of the year, nice. Which is going to be interesting because there's some big ones coming up. We've got Dune, we've got what are some of the other ones? Street Fighter. Come on, Street Fighter.
Are you guys excited for the Cliffhanger remake?
I didn't know they were doing that.
I knew they were doing
me
it.
neither.
No, I'm not excited. I'm not excited.
What else? Clayface. We've got the new Godzilla.
A new Sense and Sensibility.
Another one?
Dr.
Avengers
Seuss.
Doomsday-
Dr. Seuss, The Cat in the Hat.
Violent Night 2. I really liked Violent Night.
There's a Hunger Games Sunrise and On the Reaping that's coming out.
How are they still
in
making
November.
these Hunger Game movies? Are they still books? What are they? I saw the first one. I don't know what's even happening. They're going all through time. I don't know. We've got Fokker-in-law. So the meet the Fockers, Meet the Parents is still going strong apparently.
Apparently. I don't know.
Social Reckoning. So there's still a lot of movies to come out.
There's some.
Resident Evil, Practical Magic 2.
And there'll be some kind of like hit that happens in August or September or October that's like Obsession style that like comes out of nowhere and it's like, wow, the Ice Cream Man. Wow, I can't believe we didn't see that coming. It's like Weapons, but better.
Maybe.
Maybe. Hey, in 2023, do you know what the 40th movie that was over 200, the last and 40th movie that was over 200 million worldwide? It was a Paw Patrol film. So,
was that the first Paw Patrol or that was the second?
No, that was 2023. That's Paw Patrol, the Mighty movie.
Okay. I saw the first one in theaters. Didn't see the second. My kids were out of Paw Patrol by the time the second one came out.
Hey, they're not too old now to take them to go see that Dino movie when it comes out.
I don't know. I'm not going to take them to see the Dino.
Your kids would love Paw Patrol, especially your oldest two.
It's true. Those teenagers, they
love their
Paw
Paw Patrol. Tell them they can see it ironically. All we need is one chicken jockey moment, and then that thing's going straight up to 500 mil. Come on, let's go.
All right. Well, I think that we have the game is still going. I know that Charlie is way out in front. I think Dylan's gonna start making some money with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's gonna be huge.
Dylan, Spider-Man's gonna make a lot of money, man.
It'll make a lot of money, but it has a huge budget too.
Yeah.
Does it?
Odyssey could bomb. Odyssey could be the biggest bomb of all time.
There is like no way that Odyssey is gonna bomb. I don't believe the Odyssey.
You hate Christopher Nolan, and I know this because you did not draft the Odyssey.
No.
You don't believe in Christopher Nolan.
Don't say that, Charlie.
I know he's a fan. I know I should say he was a fan of the pod. Not anymore now that he knows that you don't believe in him.
Oh, bro. He's so
Charlie, you said that Dylan and I
biggest
have no faith in Christopher Nolan.
Whoa, wait. How did I get involved?
And because you didn't draft it either, Dylan.
Drafted it.
And Charlie called us fair weather fans.
Oh. I don't take that seriously.
And if it loses money, then I get to say, well, hey, you know what? You guys were right. Christopher Nolan is a terrible director. You guys knew it. I didn't want to believe it, but you guys knew it. Well, so get ready for a summer of either me saying, I can't believe you didn't believe in Christopher Nolan, or me saying, wow, you were right. He's awful. And either way, I feel like I get a win out of that. So,
Charlie, how are you so good at this game?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Be sure to come back in next month so you can see us draft those fall picks.
That's going to be fascinating. I can't wait to do that.
See how this plays out, especially because at that point we'll have these other ones that have come out. Spider-Man will have come out.
Yeah. Maybe by then we'll know the budget of Evil Dead.
Yeah.
We'll see. So, all right, Charlie, you want to go ahead and wrap this one up for us?
Hey, if you're a movie lover like us, let's play the game. Play it with us. We'll start a new league with you guys. I think it's up to 4 or 5 people. So we can have some fun. We would love to do more of this. But let us know which movies have you seen so far. Which are your favorites? What are you excited to see? Give us your takes. We'll always love hearing from you in the comments, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. You're always going to be our number one draft